right, so you want to dive into this passive income thing?
Let's do it.
You send over this video.
Yeah.
About 15 ideas you could start today to make passive income.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, at first glance, it just felt a little make money in your sleep kind of thing.
Right.
But I know you're smarter than that.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm guessing you're looking for the real deal.
Absolutely.
Not just the hype, right?
Exactly. Passive income is more about strategy and long-term thinking than like instant riches.
Right.
It's about building something that works for you, even when you're not actively working on it.
I like that.
We're here to help you cut through the noise and figure out what actually makes sense for your goals.
So this video starts off talking about, escaping the 9-to-5.
The dream.
Achieving financial freedom.
No.
The dream.
Right.
I'm guessing you already know that part.
Sure.
What really jumped out at me is how they grouped these 15 ideas.
Okay.
So instead of going one by one, let's look at the big picture first, shall we?
Sounds good to me.
Yeah.
Let's start with what they call traditional investments.
Okay.
Things like rental properties, REITs, dividend stocks.
Yeah.
This is what people usually think of when they hear passive income, right?
Yeah.
The set it and forget it approach.
Yeah, but even with these, it's not quite that simple, is it?
Right.
Like, I've been looking into rental properties myself, and with interest rates where they are now, that down payment needs to be hefty.
Yeah.
I'm not sure I'm ready for that kind of commitment.
I hear you. And even if you can swing the down payment, being a landlord comes with its own set of headaches.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
You got to deal with tenants, maintenance, property taxes. It's not truly passive in the sense of doing nothing.
Right.
REITs are a little less hands-on.
Okay.
But you're still at the mercy of the market.
And with dividend stocks, sure, it's like getting a little paycheck
without
lifting a finger.
Right.
But you have to pick the right companies first.
Exactly.
You got to do your research.
Yes.
Make sure they have a solid track record of actually paying those dividends.
And even then, there's risk.
Of course.
Any investment carries risk.
Right.
So it's about understanding your risk tolerance, doing your due diligence, and not putting all your eggs in one basket.
Right. Diversification.
Exactly.
Okay. So traditional investments.
Yeah.
Maybe not as passive as they seem.
Not quite.
What about this whole sharing economy thing?
Okay.
Renting out your car, peer-to-peer lending?
Yeah.
That's where technology comes in, right?
Absolutely. Platforms like Turo and Lending Club have made it way easier for people to turn their assets into income streams.
I see.
You're not using your car 24/7.
Right.
So why not let someone else pay to use it when you don't need it?
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
But I'd be lying if I said I wasn't a little nervous
Sure.
about letting a stranger drive my car.
Yeah.
What happens if they get into an accident?
Right.
Or trash the interior?
That's a valid concern. And it highlights the importance of reading the fine print, understanding the terms of service, and making sure you're comfortable with the level of risk involved.
Right.
Same goes for peer-to-peer lending.
Okay.
You're essentially acting as the bank.
I see.
And there's always the possibility of borrowers defaulting.
So due diligence is key.
Yes.
Even with these tech-enabled options.
Very important.
All right, let's move on to the cluster that really caught my eye.
Okay.
Digital products and content creation.
All right.
This is where it gets really interesting for me because it taps into my creative side.
Okay.
This video mentions everything from online courses to ebooks to YouTube channels.
Wow.
To even starting a membership community.
That's a lot to unpack.
Yeah.
And it's definitely an area with huge potential.
Right.
Especially for someone like you who enjoys creating and connecting with people.
Yeah.
The profit margins can be fantastic since
Right.
the cost of producing and distributing digital products is relatively low.
Yeah.
You mentioned membership communities. Have you seen what specific creator is doing with their membership community example?
Oh, yeah, I follow them.
Okay.
They've got this whole ecosystem going on.
Yeah.
Blog posts, free resources, then the paid membership with exclusive content and community forums.
It's a great model.
It's brilliant.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure I have the time or the tech skills to build something like that.
It does take work, no doubt about it. And the tech can seem intimidating at first.
Right.
But there are tons of resources and platforms designed to make it easier. What's great is that you can start small, focus on one thing, and build from there.
Yeah.
You don't have to do everything at once.
Okay, that's reassuring. I think I'm getting ahead of myself.
Sure.
But I'm still drawn to this idea of creating something valuable.
Yeah.
Sharing my knowledge, and potentially earning income from it.
Absolutely.
It just seems more fulfilling than
Yeah.
just collecting rent checks or stock dividend.
I hear you on that. And I think that's a key part of the appeal
Okay.
of digital products and content creation.
Yeah.
It's about more than just the money.
Mhm.
It's about building an audience,
Right.
sharing your passion, and potentially making a real impact.
I like that.
But it's not all sunshine and roses, right?
Right.
We need to talk about the challenges too.
Right. Before I get too carried away with the dream,
Yeah.
let's keep it real.
Okay.
So, what are some of the potential downsides or pitfalls
Okay.
to watch out for in this digital world?
Well, first off, competition is fierce.
Oh, I bet.
There are millions of people creating content online.
Wow.
So you need to find a way to stand out.
Right.
And just because you build it doesn't mean they will come.
Oh, for sure.
You need to be savvy about marketing, connecting with your audience, and constantly evolving.
So it's not as passive as it might seem at first glance.
Yeah.
You're not just uploading an ebook
Yeah.
and then watching the money roll in.
Not quite.
You need to be active, engaged,
Yeah.
and constantly putting yourself out there.
Exactly. And there's the time commitment.
Right.
Building an audience.
Yeah.
Creating high quality content.
Right.
Marketing your products.
Right.
It all takes time and effort. It's not a get rich quick scheme.
Definitely not.
It's a long-term game that requires dedication and consistency.
Okay, so it's not a magic bullet,
Right.
but I'm still intrigued.
Okay.
What about this idea of combining different strategies within this cluster?
Sure.
The video mentions using a blog to promote an ebook,
Okay.
then incorporating affiliate marketing into the mix.
Now that's where things get really interesting.
I think so too.
It's about creating a synergistic ecosystem
Okay.
where each element supports and reinforces the others.
Right?
You're leveraging multiple platforms to reach a wider audience
Yeah.
and create multiple income streams.
It's like building a passive income machine with interlocking parts.
I like that analogy.
Okay, I'm definitely getting more excited about this. But before I run off and start building my digital empire,
Uh-huh.
let's shift gears for a minute and talk about e-commerce.
Okay.
The video highlights dropshipping and selling on Amazon FBA
Mm-hmm.
as potential passive income streams.
Yeah.
I've heard a lot about these, but to be honest, I'm a little fuzzy on the details.
Sure.
Can you break it down for me?
Let's break it down. Drop shipping essentially means you're selling products online
Got it.
without actually holding any inventory.
Okay,
You partner with a supplier who handles storage and shipping,
gotcha.
and you focus on marketing and customer service.
So you're like the middleman connecting buyers with sellers.
Yeah,
Sounds pretty hands-off.
it can be,
Okay.
but it also comes with its own challenges.
Okay, like what?
You're relying on a third party to fulfill orders, so
Right.
you need to make sure your supplier is reliable
Uh-huh.
and can meet customer expectations.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
What about Amazon FBA?
Okay, so Amazon FBA.
Yeah.
That's where you send your products to Amazon's warehouses. And they handle everything from storage to shipping to customer service, right?
Exactly.
It can be a great way to tap into Amazon's massive customer base
Yeah,
and streamlined fulfillment process,
I see.
but you're still responsible for sourcing products, managing inventory,
Okay.
and making sure your listings are optimized for Amazon's platform.
Mm-hmm.
And competition is fierce.
Yeah.
You need to differentiate yourself,
Yeah.
build a strong brand identity,
Okay.
and offer competitive pricing.
So e-commerce, definitely potential there.
For sure.
But it's not just about setting up a shop and watching the orders pour in.
Nope.
There's still work involved, right?
Absolutely. It's about understanding the market,
Okay.
finding your niche,
Uh-huh.
building relationships with suppliers, and
Right.
creating a compelling brand that resonates with customers.
Gotcha.
And it's constantly evolving.
Oh, yeah, bet.
You need to stay on top of trends,
Yeah.
adapt to changing customer demands, and constantly optimize your operations.
Phew. Okay, we've covered a lot of ground here.
We have.
Traditional investments, the sharing economy, digital products, and content creation and e-commerce.
Yeah,
That's 4 very different approaches to passive income,
absolutely.
each with its own set of pros and cons.
Exactly. And what's fascinating is how they all tie back to this desire for more freedom,
Positive.
flexibility, and control over our time and income.
Yeah.
But as we've discussed, passive doesn't mean effortless.
Right.
It still takes work strategy and a willingness to learn and adapt.
You got to put in the work,
You do.
right? It's not about escaping work altogether.
Yeah,
It's about designing a life where work feels less like a chore
exactly.
and more like a source of fulfillment and, yes, income.
Yeah.
But I'm curious, out of all these options,
Mm-hmm.
which one is really speaking to you right now?
Oh, that's a good question.
What's piquing your interest the most?
Let me think about that for a second. You know, it's funny you should ask.
Yeah.
Out of all these options, the one that really resonates with me
is the idea of licensing creative work.
Oh, yeah.
It's always fascinating to see how people can monetize their talents in unexpected ways.
For sure. Oh, yeah. The video touched on that, like
Wow.
licensing photography or artwork through platforms like Shutterstock or Adobe Stock.
Exactly.
I can see how that could be a really passive income stream, especially if you already have a portfolio of work.
Exactly. It's a great way to leverage your existing assets.
Right.
You create the work once, and then it can potentially generate income
Wow.
for years to come as people download and use it.
I see.
And with the rise of digital media, the demand for visual content is only increasing.
You know, I dabble in photography myself.
Oh, cool.
I've never really thought about licensing my photos.
Yeah.
But now that you mention it, maybe there's something there.
Could be.
But wouldn't you need to be like a professional photographer
Not necessarily.
to make any real money from stock sites?
It depends on the quality and the niche.
If you have a unique style or capture images that are in high demand,
Right.
you could definitely find success.
Cool.
And even if you don't make a fortune, it could be a nice little side hustle.
Side hustle. I like that. It's all about stacking those income streams, right?
Exactly.
Speaking of which, the video also mentioned selling digital products.
Okay.
Like printables, templates, and design assets.
Right.
I've seen this explode on Etsy lately.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
People are creating everything from social media templates to party invitations to budgeting spreadsheets.
It's amazing what people are coming up with. And what's great about this model is that you don't need any fancy equipment or a big budget to get started.
I see.
You can create these products using basic software and your own creativity.
I was just thinking about that. I'm pretty good with graphic design software.
Oh, cool.
Maybe I could whip up some cool Instagram templates or something. But then there's marketing. You need to get those products in front of the right people, right?
Marketing is key.
I bet.
You can have the best product in the world,
Yeah.
but if no one knows about it, it's not going to sell.
Makes sense.
And that's where having an online presence, whether it's a website, a social media following, or even just an email list, can make a huge difference.
Okay, so digital products, check.
Yeah.
Let's move on to affiliate marketing.
All right.
Something I've been hearing a lot about,
Yeah.
but haven't fully wrapped my head around.
It can seem a bit confusing at first,
Yeah.
but the basic idea is pretty simple.
Okay.
You partner with a company or individual who sells products or services,
Right.
and you promote their offerings to your audience.
Okay.
When someone makes a purchase through your unique affiliate link, you earn a commission.
So it's like being a digital matchmaker.
Yeah.
Connecting buyers with sellers and getting a cut of the action.
That's a great way to put it.
Cool.
And it can be a really effective way to monetize your platform, especially if you have a loyal following who trust your recommendations.
Yeah.
I've seen bloggers, YouTubers, even podcasters successfully integrate affiliate marketing into their content.
That makes sense. You've built trust with your audience.
Yeah.
So they're more likely to consider your suggestions.
Exactly.
But wouldn't you need a huge audience to make any real money from affiliate marketing?
Not necessarily. It's more about the quality of your audience than the quantity. A smaller, highly engaged audience can be more valuable than a larger, disengaged one.
Okay.
It's all about finding the right products or services that align with your niche and resonating with your target market.
So it's about being strategic and intentional.
Exactly.
Not just spamming your followers with random affiliate links.
Right. It's about providing value, building trust,
Okay.
and recommending products or services that you genuinely believe in. And that leads us to the last idea the video mentions, starting a subscription service.
Subscription boxes are everywhere these days.
They are.
I swear there's a box for everything.
I know, right?
Bake up snacks, books, even socks.
It's crazy.
It seems like a really smart business model.
Yeah.
Offering recurring revenue and building a loyal customer base.
It's a win-win.
I agree.
Customers love the convenience and the element of surprise.
Oh, yeah.
And businesses benefit from predictable income and reduced churn.
Makes sense.
Plus, subscription services foster a sense of community.
For sure.
Which can be incredibly powerful for brand building.
You know, I've been toying with the idea of starting a subscription box myself.
Oh, cool.
But I always get hung up on the logistics.
Yeah.
Like, where do you source the products?
Right.
How do you handle shipping and fulfillment?
It can be overwhelming.
It seems overwhelming.
I hear you. It definitely requires careful planning and execution.
Yeah.
But there are resources available to help with everything from sourcing products to managing logistics.
Good to know.
And you don't have to start with a full-blown subscription box.
Okay.
You could offer a digital subscription service.
Like what?
Like access to exclusive content or a private online community.
Oh, that's interesting. Like a digital version of a subscription box.
Exactly.
That could be a good way to test the waters.
Yeah.
Without dealing with all the physical inventory and shipping headaches.
Right. It's about finding what works for you, your skills, and your resources.
Right.
And remember, the video emphasized the power of combining
Yes.
different passive income streams.
I remember that.
You could start with a blog,
Okay.
create an ebook as a lead magnet to build your email list, then incorporate affiliate marketing into your content,
Right.
and eventually launch a digital subscription service.
Whoa. My head is spinning.
I know, it's a lot.
It's like building a passive income empire.
Uh-huh.
Brick by digital brick. But I think what's really resonating with me throughout this whole conversation is that it's not just about the money.
I agree.
It's about creating something you're passionate about, sharing your knowledge and skills.
For sure.
And connecting with people who share your interests.
Yeah.
It's about building something that adds value to the world,
Okay.
even if it's just a small corner of it.
That's the heart of it. And I think that's what makes passive income so appealing to so many people.
Yeah.
It's not just about escaping the 9-to-5 grind. It's about designing a life where work feels less like a chore and more like an expression of who you are.
And maybe, just maybe, that's the real secret to success.
That could be.
Whether it's with passive income or any other endeavor.
Finding that sweet spot where passion meets purpose.
Yeah.
Absolutely. When you're genuinely excited about what you're doing, the effort feels less like work and more like a labor of love.
Okay. I'm feeling super inspired.
Yeah.
But I know we haven't covered everything.
What else did we miss?
The video also touched on some more traditional side hustles.
Okay.
Like freelancing and online tutoring.
Those are great options too.
I agree.
They offer more flexibility and control than traditional employment.
Right.
And you can often leverage your existing skills and experience.
Yeah.
Freelancing platforms like Upwork and Fiverr have made it easier than ever to find clients and build your portfolio.
And online tutoring platforms are booming.
They are.
If you have expertise in a particular subject, you can share your knowledge and help students from all over the world.
It's great.
It's a win-win.
It is. And what's great about these side hustles is that they can often be a stepping stone to more passive income streams.
Okay.
You can use your freelance income to invest in a rental property or fund the development of a digital product.
It's like a snowball effect.
I like that.
You start small, build momentum, and eventually you're rolling in passive income.
There you go.
Okay. Maybe not literally rolling in it, but you get the idea.
Exactly. It's about building a solid foundation.
Okay.
Diversifying your income streams and creating a sustainable system that works for you.
So we've talked about a ton of ideas.
We have.
From traditional investments to digital products to side hustles.
Yes.
But I think the biggest takeaway
What is it?
is that there's no one-size-fits-all solution.
Right.
The best approach is to assess your own skills, resources, and interests.
Absolutely.
And then choose ideas that align with your goals and lifestyle.
And don't be afraid to experiment.
Okay.
Start with 1 or 2 ideas that resonate with you and see how it goes.
Right.
You might be surprised at what you can achieve.
Right. It's all about taking action.
Yes.
Learning from your experiences and constantly evolving.
Exactly.
So out of all these ideas we've discussed, what's really speaking to you right now? What are you most excited to explore further? Honestly, my head is buzzing with possibilities. I think what's resonating most is that idea of combining a blog with an ebook and some strategic affiliate marketing. It just seems like a natural fit with my love for host speakers' passion hobby. It's not just about making money, it's about sharing that passion with others and maybe helping them along the way.
That's fantastic. It sounds like you've already identified that sweet spot where your interests and skills align. And that's often the key to success with passive income, finding something you're genuinely excited about so the work feels less like work and more like a natural extension of who you are.
Exactly. But I also realize it's going to take some serious effort. Building a blog, writing an ebook, figuring out the whole affiliate marketing thing, it's a bit daunting, to be honest.
It can feel that way at first, absolutely. But remember, you don't have to do everything at once. You can start small, focus on one step at a time, and build momentum as you go. What's one tiny action you could take this week to move you closer to that goal?
Good question. I think I need to start by narrowing down my niche within host speaker's passion hobby. Like, what specific aspect do I want to focus on? Who is my ideal audience? Once I have that figured out, I can start brainstorming blog post ideas and researching affiliate programs that align with that niche.
That's a great starting point. Defining your niche and target audience is crucial. It's like laying the foundation for your entire passive income structure. And remember, there are tons of resources available to help you along the way. Blogs, podcasts, online courses, you're not alone in this journey.
That's reassuring. Sometimes it feels like everyone else has it all figured out. But I'm realizing that it's all about taking those first steps, learning as you go, and not being afraid to experiment and adjust course along the way.
Exactly. There's no one right path to passive income success. It's about finding what works for you, your goals, and your lifestyle. And it's about embracing the journey, the challenges, and the triumphs.
You know, it's funny. We started this deep dive talking about escaping the 9-to-5, achieving financial freedom. And while those are still goals, it's become about so much more than that. It's about finding purpose, creating something meaningful, and connecting with others. It's almost like passive income is just a happy byproduct of that larger journey.
What's fascinating here is how the pursuit of passive income can actually lead us to a more fulfilling and purposeful way of working. It encourages us to think outside the traditional employment box and to explore alternative ways to create value and generate income on our own terms. It's about taking ownership of our skills, our time, and ultimately our lives.
I love that. It's not about escaping work, it's about redefining what work means to us. It's about finding that sweet spot where passion, purpose, and income intersect. And maybe, just maybe, that's the real key to unlocking true financial freedom. Not just financial freedom in the sense of having lots of money, but freedom to live life on your own terms, to pursue your passions, and to make a positive impact on the world.
Beautifully said. And I think that's a powerful message to leave our listener with today. Passive income isn't just about the money. It's about the freedom and the fulfillment that come from aligning your work with your passions and your purpose.
So as you continue exploring these passive income ideas, remember to keep that bigger picture in mind. Don't just chase the dollars. Chase the work that makes you feel alive. Chase the projects that light you up, the ideas that keep you up at night, the work that makes you want to jump out of bed in the morning and say, yes, this is what I was meant to do.
Because ultimately, that's where true wealth lies. Not just in your bank account, but in your heart and soul.
Well said. And on that inspiring note, I think it's time to wrap up our deep dive into the world of passive income. We've covered a lot of ground today, explored a wide range of ideas, strategies, and considerations. But most importantly, we've encouraged you to think critically about which of these ideas might be a good fit for you, and to take action towards creating a more financially fulfilling future.
If you're feeling inspired and ready to take the next step, revisit the ideas that resonated with you and start exploring them further. Do some research, reach out to experts, and most importantly, take action.
Remember, every journey begins with a single step. So what will your first step be? We'd love to hear your thoughts. Share your insights, your challenges, and your successes with us. And until next time, keep seeking knowledge, keep challenging assumptions, and keep diving deep.